Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Most people won't. You're not supposed to be average. You weren't built for mediocrity. But if you keep living like average is acceptable, that's exactly where you'll stay.
There's a reason you're still stuck. It's not a lack of talent. It's not bad luck. It's not even your environment. It's because you're not obsessed. You're interested, you're kind of motivated, but you're not all in. The people who make it in life, they have tunnel vision. They don't need applause, they don't need permission, and they sure as hell don't wait for the right moment. They get obsessed. They lock in. They work like their life depends on it. Because it does. If you want more from your life, this isn't just motivation. This is a transformation. Get obsessed or stay average. Let's begin. The price of average. Average. That's the word that should scare you the most. Not failure, not rejection, not even pain. Average. Because average doesn't demand your fear. It creeps in quietly while you convince yourself that you're doing fine. It's the silent killer of dreams. The slow erosion of potential. It's comfort disguised as peace. It's the lie the world tells you to keep you from standing out. Do you want to be someone who merely exists or someone who leaves a mark? Average is easy. That's why it's crowded at the bottom. Winners, champions, leaders, they looked average in the beginning too. The only difference, they refused to stay there. In this speech, we're going to break the myth of good enough. You learn why average is not neutral. It's dangerous. How to identify habits that keep you average. The hidden cost of living without obsession. People don't lose because they weren't good enough. They lose because they were okay being almost. You've got potential. But potential without obsession equals nothing. You either get obsessed or stay average. It starts right now. Obsession versus interest. There's a line, invisible but undeniable, between those who are interested and those who are obsessed. And that line, it separates the ones who try from the ones who dominate. Interested people dabble. They show up when it's fun. They perform when the lights are on. But the obsessed, they show up in the dark. They grind when no one's watching. They execute even when they don't feel like it. Because they don't rely on feeling, they rely on discipline, on vision, on mission mode mentality. In this hour, you'll learn to identify how interest is silently stealing your time and dreams. Develop mental toughness by shifting from casual to committed. Create an environment where obsession can grow and excuses die. Obsession isn't unhealthy. Obsession is necessary when your goal is uncommon. You want to succeed? You need to live it, breathe it, lose sleep over it, and build your world around it. This speech is about rewiring your identity, so you no longer act like someone who wants it, but someone who is becoming it. You don't casually fall into greatness. You fight for it with obsession. Kill distractions or kill your dream. You say you want it, but every scroll, every notification, every meaningless conversation is a withdrawal from your future. Here's the truth. You can't be obsessed and distracted at the same time. You gotta choose. In this hour, we're attacking the silent killers of ambition, distractions, the little things that feel harmless in the moment, but compound over time into stolen potential. Your mission demands focus. Your future
demands sacrifice. Obsession doesn't tolerate convenience. It demands clarity. This hour will teach you how to build a distraction audit to remove what's draining your focus. Why being busy isn't the same as being committed. How to eliminate mental clutter and sharpen your inner obsession. Ask yourself this: are your daily habits helping you build a legacy or just helping you feel busy? The world is full of talented people living mediocre lives, not because they weren't capable, but because they never got rid of the noise. They couldn't lock in. They couldn't obsess. You've got a dream, but dreams don't survive in distraction. They only thrive in complete focus. If you're not willing to kill distractions, then your dream will be the one that dies. It's one or the other. Choose. No half-stepping. Obsession demands everything. You can't go halfway and expect full results. You can't give 50% and expect 100% outcome. Obsession doesn't allow part-time effort. It demands every breath, every second, every fiber of your being. And it gives nothing back to those who approach it casually. This is where most people fall off. They start strong, they post about the grind, they talk about chasing their dreams. But when the pain hits, when the progress slows, when the applause fades, they retreat. They settle. Because they were never obsessed. They were only excited. Listen carefully. Excitement is cheap. Obsession is earned. In this speech, we go deep into why half-stepping is self-betrayal, how the all-in mindset separates winners from wishers, daily rituals to reinforce obsession and break comfort patterns, building obsession momentum so you never slip back into mediocrity. Let me break it to you plain. You don't need more time. You don't need more motivation. You need to decide right now that you are done being average, that you will wake up earlier, train harder, study deeper, work longer, outlast them all, because they want it when it's easy, but you want it when it's hard. People say, don't burn out. You know what? Burn out chasing what matters. Better to be exhausted building your legacy than rested living someone else's life. You're not here for comfort. You're not here to be decent. You're here to become undeniable. And to be undeniable, you've got to stop tiptoeing and start dominating. This is your wake-up call. Go all in or get out of the way. The Obsession Blueprint, designing a life that won't let you quit. You don't accidentally become great. You design for it. You build routines that drag you out of bed when your body screams no. You install systems that eliminate choice because you've already decided. I don't miss. I don't quit. I don't slow down. This hour is about building that blueprint. The framework that transforms obsession from a feeling into a way of life. Average people win it. Obsessed people engineer it. They don't wait until they feel ready. They create environments that force greatness, even on their worst days. Is what we break down in this hour. How to structure your day around your mission, not around distractions or convenience. The non-negotiables that must live in every obsessed person's calendar. Why clarity, consistency, and consequence are the 3 C's of obsession. How to build habits that serve your purpose, and eliminate those that sabotage. You've got to get uncomfortable with wasting time. Every hour you scroll mindlessly, procrastinate, sleep in, or indulge weakness is another hour you're giving away to the average version of you. Kill that version. Your life should be so mission-driven that quitting isn't even an option. Not because you never feel weak, but because your world is built to keep you strong. No more drifting, no more guesswork. Now it's time to build your obsession blueprint and execute it with unshakable discipline. Because when your systems are locked in, motivation becomes irrelevant. You don't need to feel it, you live it. After that, turn obsession into legacy. Make it bigger than you. You made it this far? That means there's something inside you. Something most people ignore, suppress, or run away from. A fire, a purpose, a voice screaming, "There's me or for me." But here's the shift you must make now. It's not just about you anymore. Obsession isn't just about building success. It's about building legacy. About becoming someone your future self respects. Someone your family, your team, your bloodline will look back on and say, "That's the one who changed everything." This final hour will shift your mindset from personal hustle to generational impact. You'll discover why selfish obsession dies fast, but purpose-driven obsession endures. How to turn your mission into something that outlives you. What it means to lead with conviction, character, and consistency. How to embed obsession so deep in your identity that nothing, failure, fear, or fatigue can break you. Understand this. People around you are watching. Whether you know it or not, you're either setting the bar or becoming a warning. Obsession isn't just about winning a game or building wealth. It's about showing others what's possible when one person refuses to settle. When one person says, "This ends with me," the excuses, the mediocrity, the waiting. I changed the story now. You didn't come this far to coast. You came to conquer. And if you're truly obsessed, you'll never look at yourself the same again. Because you'll know, without a doubt, I paid the price. I stayed the course. I built the standard. That's not motivation. That's mission. That's legacy. Pressure is a privilege. Use it or be crushed by it. Pressure. It either builds you or breaks you. There's no middle ground. The average person runs from pressure, but the obsessed, they run toward it. They understand one truth most will never accept. Pressure is proof you're in the right place. In this hour, we're going to transform your relationship with pressure. No more fear. No more backing down. Because if you want to be legendary, pressure isn't optional. It's required. This speech teaches you why pressure is not your enemy. It's your trainer. How to shift your identity from being stressed to being sharpened. Strategies for staying calm, focused, and dominant in high-pressure moments. Daily rituals to build mental armor and emotional control. Listen to me. Pressure is a filter. It separates the curious from the committed. It exposes the weak and refines the dangerous. You want the success, the spotlight, the results? Then don't run from pressure. Earn the right to feel it. Pressure is what forges the obsessed. It's what reveals who really wants it and who's just pretending.
So the next time your heart's pounding, if you're not all in, you're already out. This hour is the gut check. The moment you stop sugarcoating your effort and face the truth. You can't cheat obsession. You're either all in or you're already out. There's no part-time greatness. No weekends, only hustle. No I'll try when I feel like it mindset. That mentality is why most people live their whole life on the sidelines, watching the obsessed run circles around them. In this speech, we dive deep into why half effort guarantees heartbreak and regret, how to eliminate backup plans that keep you soft, the mindset shift from I'll try to I will no matter what, the power of removing escape routes so only progress remains. You don't become elite by having one foot in the game and the other in comfort. You rise by cutting off retreat and committing with everything inside you. The mediocrity, the waiting. I changed the story now. You didn't come this far to coast. You came to conquer. And if you're truly obsessed, you'll never look at yourself the same again, because you'll know, without a doubt, and I paid the price. I stayed the course. I built the standard. That's not motivation. That's mission. That's legacy. Pressure is a privilege. Use it or be crushed by it. Pressure, it either builds you or breaks you. There's no middle ground. The average person runs from pressure, but the obsessed, they run toward it. They understand one truth most will never accept. Pressure is proof you're in the right place.
In this speech, we're going to transform your relationship with pressure. No more fear, no more backing down, because if you want to be legendary, pressure isn't optional. It's required. This hour teaches you why pressure is not your enemy. It's your trainer. How to shift your identity from being stressed to being sharpened. Strategies for staying calm, focused, and dominant in high-pressure moments. Daily rituals to build mental armor and emotional control. Listen to me. Pressure is a filter. It separates the curious from the committed. It exposes the weak and refines the dangerous. You want the success, the spotlight, the results? Then don't run from pressure. Earn the right to feel it. Pressure is what forges the obsessed. It's what reveals who really wants it and who's just pretending. So, the next time your heart's pounding, your hands are sweating, and your mind is racing, don't wish it away. Use it. Channel it. Weaponize it. Because if you can learn to operate under pressure, if you can learn to thrive in chaos, you become unstoppable. Average breaks when pressure hits. The obsessed, they rise. If you're not all in, you're already out. This hour is the gut check. The moment you stop sugarcoating your effort and face the truth. You can't cheat obsession. You're either all in or you're already out. There's no part-time greatness. No weekends, only hustle. No I'll try when I feel like it mindset. That mentality is why most people live their whole life on the sidelines, watching the obsessed run circles around them. In this hour, we dive deep into why half effort guarantees heartbreak and regret, and how to eliminate backup plans that keep you soft. The mindset shift from I'll try to I will, no matter what. The power of removing escape routes so only progress remains.
You don't become elite by having one foot in the game and the other in comfort. You rise by cutting off retreat and committing with everything inside you. You've come too far to be lukewarm. You've sacrificed too much to be uncertain. You've trained too long to hesitate now. This is where obsession takes full control, where every excuse dies, where every action you take screams, I'm all in. Burn the boats, break the clock. I didn't come here to be good. I came here to be the greatest. So, here's your question right now. Are you in or are you out? Because obsession doesn't tolerate indecision. It demands your heart, your mind, your energy, and your soul. And if you're not ready to give it all, you'll get nothing. Obsession is forever. Average dies every day. If you've made it here, you're different. You didn't just press play. You stayed. You listened. You pushed through. And now, it's time to lock in the final truth. Obsession isn't a phase. It's forever. Average, that dies every single day, in every single person that chooses comfort over commitment. In this final speech, you bring it all together. You'll learn how to sustain your fire when the world tries to cool you down. Why the journey doesn't end when you make it. That's when it really begins. How to become a standard setter, not just for your life, but for every life you touch. How to lead with obsession and leave a trail that others can follow. Obsession isn't about chasing a trophy. It's about becoming the kind of person who never needs one. It's about being so locked in, so disciplined, so dangerous that no setback, no critic, no failure can't take you out. The average fade into excuses, but the obsessed, they show up, they deliver, they dominate. Every single day, you're either feeding the obsessed version of you or starving it with distractions, laziness, and doubt. So here's your final charge. Don't stop here. Don't look back. Don't wait for applause or permission. Keep showing up. Keep building. Keep going. Let your actions echo louder than your words. Let your life scream what your mouth doesn't have to say. I'm not average. I'm obsessed. And I'm just getting started. If this speech lit a fire in you, don't let it burn out. Checkmark. Like this video. Checkmark. Subscribe to The Power Path for more life-changing motivation. Checkmark. Share this with someone who's ready to go all in. Drop a comment below. I'm obsessed. Let the world know you've chosen the mission.